Welcome back to another episode of More Movie Talks, guys. I'm Nate, that's Scott. Today we're seeing Spider-Man Homecoming. So, do you think it's going to be a typical Spider-Man movie or something new?
Well, it's still Sony. So there's every eventuality that they could screw it up royal. I don't know, man. We'll see. I hope they, I mean, I've stayed away from every review, every article, everything since this came out. But from headlines that you can't help but glance at, apparently it's really good.
Do you think Iron Man will be a big deal in it?
Yeah, I'm just worried that he'll be in it too much.
Right.
I mean, of course, I got Robert Downey Jr. to be in the movies, and they're like, fuck yeah, let's use him. But it'd be nice if he was just secondary, but I don't know. I think he'll probably be in it too much.
So we'll kind of pull away from the whole Spider-Man aspect?
I hope not, but we'll see. That's one fear I have. It'll be Iron Man 4.5 or whatever we're up to now.
We're 4, yeah. So.
Yeah, but one of those Avengers movies was like an Iron Man movie. Anyway.
What about casting? Do you think they cast Spider-Man?
He seems like he's gonna be a good Spider-Man. As for anyone else in the film, well, I mean, of course you got Michael Keaton, and I'm anxious to see Michael Keaton play a bad guy. I think that'll be cool. But as far as like all the kids and shit, I have no idea who any of those people are, whether they're worth a damn, no clue.
The only other kid I know in that movie is Zendaya. She was on Disney Channel for a while, and I was able to catch some shows that my little sister watched with her in it.
Yeah.
It's Disney, but she tried acting.
So do we know who any of these kids are? Is there a Harry Osborn?
No.
Really?
That I know of. And I've looked through the cast list, his name didn't pop up, so it looks like we don't have a Harry Osborn.
That's interesting.
This is only the second movie without a Harry Osborn.
So there's no Harry Osborn and there's no Mary Jane?
No Mary Jane?
Is that that's just changing everything, huh?
Yeah. From having no Harry Osborn to making Flash Thompson an Indian dude.
Well, we talked about that before. I don't have a problem if they're going to cast an actor who's, you know, black when the character's white or anything like that. But if you're going to change the character fundamentally, then why not just make a new character? Flash Thompson's supposed to be the star football player, jock, kind of asshole guy that everybody knows from their high school experience. But I saw the one picture and he looks like he's a mathlete guy. You know?
Yeah.
It's like, if you're gonna fundamentally change everything about the character, why not just make a new character? Anyway, I mean, since you cut out Mary Jane and Harry Osborn, apparently, why you gotta keep Flash Thompson but change him to make him a completely different person? I don't know.
Yeah.
That's just what I gathered from the minimal amount that I've seen. I could be wrong. We could both be wrong. I don't know. We'll see.
This is just to get my last question out of the way, then we can just ramble about the movie. Do you think Tom Holland will remain Sony's Spider-Man?
I mean, he'll have to. He signed a multi-picture deal. I think it's 3 Sony pictures and 3 Marvel pictures.
Okay.
I think that's what I heard.
So that would mean Civil War would be one, and then this would be a Sony.
Right. So that's 4 more to do.
Okay. That'll be the most any Spider-Man actor has done.
Yeah, if he makes it all the way through.
What do you think about the suits that we see?
better than the other ones.
I especially like the homemade one.
Yeah, that looks kind of cool. I think it's kind of cool that it starts out with him where he's got the suit that Tony gave him, but then he takes it away, so now he's got to go back to his sweatpants and Sharpie outfit, fight crime that way. So, well, you know, might be cool. Might be cool for the story.
Yeah, instead of relying on machines and technology, he'll have to rely on his wits and his own gadgets.
But then I guess Tony gives him the suit back then, or, you know. I mean, if he's got the suit and Tony says, oh, the suit's a crutch, or you can't, you know, you need to, I'm taking it away. And then he goes back to his other suit, you'd expect the moral of the story to be that he learns that he doesn't need the suit. So then in the end, you know, does Tony give him back the suit and he says, no, I don't need it? Or does he take it back and say, thanks, cool? Or, you know, or is he just going to keep wearing the
sweatpants hoodie deal?
Sweatpants and hoodie deal. I don't know.
Yeah, if he gets that choice, I think he would take the suit back.
Yeah, but I mean, the purpose of taking it away is to get him to realize he doesn't need it.
Yeah.
So then why just give it back in the end when you realize you didn't need it? Yes, I don't need it. Okay, here you go. Oh, sweet. I mean, it kind of defeats the purpose of the moral there that you're trying to teach.
I don't need it, but it's great to have.
I don't need it, but I'll take it anyway. I've learned that I don't need it, but I want it anyway. Yeah. Remember that, kids? You may not need it, but don't turn down free shit.
Never turn down free stuff.
Yeah, I guess. That's going to be the true moral of the movie. When your rich friend wants to give you something really cool, never say no. Anything else? You got anything else to say about it? I hope it's good.
That's all I can hope for, because
I wonder if there's going to be a whole lot of tie-in to the Marvel Universe. I mean, sure, it's got Iron Man in it, but are they going to throw in a whole lot of shit? Or you'd think they would, because it's Sony, but they're like, hey, we're in that universe too. I'm sure there's going to be probably tons of...
Well, there's like cassette recordings of Captain America in like the gym class that... Or VHS
yeah, I saw that
tapes.
in the one trailer. Yeah, it's going to be loaded down with shit. Hey, this is Marvel! It says Sony, but it's really Marvel.
Yeah, I read the comics, so...
The comic? What comic?
Just Spider-Man in general.
Oh, I thought you were saying that was a comic adaptation of the movie you already read.
No.
Like, what?
No. So, I hope... Well, the comic I read, Peter was a giant douche whenever he got the powers. So...
Which powers? Oh, it's the spider powers?
Yeah, he just turned into a complete douche. But...
What comic was it?
Ultimate Spider-Man.
Ultimate. Yeah, well. If you want to talk about core values of a comic book character, I wouldn't go with anything from the past 15 years or so. Nowadays they're writing anything just to keep it new and make people buy the shit. It's like a soap opera. It's been going on so damn long. You've seen everything, so they got to keep making it worse, crazier, and just.
But I like the core Peter Parker. Kind of nerdy, has all his quips, and
he's
smart alecky.
He's supposed to be like the sort of everyman, you know? And he's supposed to be different from most superheroes because he's young and he's still got this other shit he does. You know, he still goes to school. He's still got shit to worry about. He still
lives with his aunt.
You know, if you're a rich billionaire, yeah, you can pretend to be a rich billionaire all day and it doesn't take that much effort, and then be a superhero at night. But he's a kid. He's supposed to go out and get a job and do his homework and be a good boy, and he's got a curfew and shit. It's like, it's way harder for him to be a superhero and then still have his, you know, normal identity. So that's where you're supposed to identify with him, you know, because of all that kind of shit. So I mean, that's one of the neat things about Spider-Man, is they can go into all this kind of stuff that you just can't get with Batman or Superman, or, you know, people who are, I don't want to say have it easy, but Yeah.
One thing I thought interesting when I read the cast list, they got Gwyneth Paltrow back. Play Pepper Potts. She's in none of the trailers, but
Really?
yeah,
After cutting her out of Civil War.
they cut her out of Iron Man. No, she was in all the Iron Mans.
No.
She was in the Avengers.
But you see that little thing at the beginning of Civil War where Tony's giving that speech and he doesn't say the part about her, and then somebody's like, "Oh, sorry," you know, and then later on he says something like, I don't know if they're not together or some bullshit like that.
But before that, in Age of Ultron, they cut out Natalie Portman and Gwyneth Paltrow.
Well, okay, so yeah, but when he mentions her in Age of Ultron, it's still favorable terms. Okay, so you're supposed to. That was just a little nod to say, oh yes, the character's still around. We haven't forgotten her. She's just not in this movie. But then in Civil War, they made that effort to say, oh no, it's on the rocks and there's nothing, you know. So it's interesting if she's actually in this movie. What the hell is she going to be doing?
Yeah, we may actually see why it's on the rocks, or.
See, and that just makes me think there's just gonna be too much fucking Iron Man in this, man. I'm thinking, well, yeah, in the trailer you see Jon Favreau's in it as Happy. So you got Iron Man, you got his butler, and now you got his girlfriend supposedly in there. Jesus, I mean, fuck. It's gonna be the Iron Man and Spider-Man show, or?
Supposedly it's supposed to start when he gets the suit before Civil War.
What?
Supposedly, this movie starts when they recruit Spidey.
Why?
I don't know.
I don't think that's right. I think it takes place after Civil War.
Well, it starts out with that, him getting the suit. So maybe it'll be like a few months later, a few weeks
Really?
later.
Why do you say that? Why do you think it starts out with
Well, the
him getting
clips
the
they've been releasing, and I haven't watched any of the full movie clips, but there's an app that lets you go on to Peter Parker's phone, and it's where he records some of the stuff before.
That's just extra shit. It doesn't mean it's in the movie. It's just like teaser stuff to get you hyped up about the movie. I don't think so, man. I think when the movie kicks off, it'll be after Civil War, and he's Spider-Man, and he's got the suit. And people are aware that there is a Spider-Man, and yeah, I don't think it'll go back.
You don't think it'll show any of that stuff from Peter's point of view, and then be like,
Why?
I don't know.
We already know what happened. I don't think it'll go there at all.
So
I don't see why it needs to.
it doesn't need to, but if they do it, I wouldn't have any problem with it. Because I kind of like watching that.
It's kind of pointless. Let's get on with this story. Why do we gotta go back to Civil War? Hey, dude, what are you doing? Huge gap behind me. You could have just waited for me, but no. Plug scared the shit out of me.
So, do you have anything else you want to say about the movie?
I hope it doesn't suck. I hope Michael Keaton's really good.
Yeah.
I don't want to be let down. I want him to be a really good bad guy. And I hope he lives. Spider-Man movies, they always kill the fucking villains off. I want Michael Keaton to live. I want him to come back.
Go to jail,
And
at least.
not dead. But
Yeah,
I mean, I kind of, I don't know. I'd kind of like for him to still be out there running around, you know?
that'd be kind of cool. So that's our before review. We're at the theater now, and we will talk to you after the movie. Unless Dad has something else to say. Okay.
I'm just trying to look at the display to see what it's telling me.
Okay guys, welcome to the after part of our review of Spider-Man Homecoming.
It was hot in here.
So, since I did it last time, Dad, what was the plot of this movie?
Hold on, man. Let's just jump into the damn plot. We haven't said a word since we walked out of there. We don't have to do the plot right away. So what'd you think?
I thought it was the best Spider-Man movie we've ever gotten.
I really liked it.
So did I.
I thought Spider-Man was good. I thought there was just the right amount of Iron Man.
Yeah.
I thought Keaton was really good. I did not see the twist coming with him. When he's in his costume, I thought he looked cool.
Yeah, and when I was watching it, I didn't see Michael Keaton as Michael Keaton. I saw him as the bad guy.
Oh, I mean, he's really good. Let's see, what else? What were some of the other things I said before we went in? Let's see, like, I thought the pacing was good. All the characters seemed really good. There was lots of dialogue, there was funny parts, there was... I don't know, man. It seemed like super well put together.
Yeah.
It didn't seem like
It didn't seem like your typical Spider-Man
you know,
movie.
everybody was saying, oh, you know, yeah, Marvel's involved, but it's still Sony, so, you know, it could, you know, go off the rails,
It
but
did not feel like a Sony Spider-Man movie.
well, I mean, it just felt like super. I mean, I'd have swore that it's just straight up a Marvel movie.
Yeah.
I mean, it's that well put together. I didn't see. I mean, I don't think there was anything in the movie that I thought was stupid, or, you know, out of place or pointless, or like, oh, why'd they throw that in, or, you know, everything seemed to have a sort of a point. Well, yeah, I mean, but it just, there was no fluff. Everything was where it needed to be. Essential stuff was where it needed to be. There was no extra bullshit, no pandering. I thought it was pretty well put together, man. Yeah, I guess, like, I don't know at what point it was, but I was like, man, I really think I would rank this like top 5 superhero movies.
Really?
Well, yeah, because, I mean, it was that good. Like I said, a lot of the other superhero movies, yeah, I like them and they're good and stuff, but then it's always like, yeah, but you know that one part, it's kind of stupid, and I think you should have done this different, and blah, blah,
I don't think it had any of those bits.
But yeah, I mean, it just, everything seemed, that's why I was like so surprised. I was like, this is a Sony movie? This really seems a whole lot like a top tier Marvel movie to me.
Even the end credit scenes were good.
Yeah, that was pretty good. You know, Chris Evans has got to getting tired of this shit. But
Yeah, probably, but hey man, at least he's still willing to do it.
putting on that old costume.
Oh, the old costume. I hate the old costume they put on Catman.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, I thought it was great. I really liked it.
One thing I was going in on is like, okay, they're just gonna make Flash Thompson, they're just gonna change his character entirely. They didn't really, they just changed who played him.
But he wasn't the football star jock guy. He was like on the fucking science team, and, you know, he could have just been a different character completely. There's no reason for him to have been Flash Thompson.
Yeah, I didn't see him as Flash Thompson, but I thought he did a good job.
I mean, they cut out Mary Jane. There's no Harry Osborn as his friend. So it's like, why not just cut Flash Thompson out of it and just make this guy whoever, you know?
Right.
I don't know, whatever. Did they ever say Thompson? I mean, they called him Flash the whole movie.
Yeah,
did they say Flash Thompson or not?
They just kept calling him Flash.
Yeah. It was kind of silly, but whatever. guy Ned is supposed to be, because
But Ned's just a dude.
yeah,
He's kind of based.
I don't know if he's been in the comics or anything.
He's based off a character from Ultimate Comics Spider-Man, which is Miles Morales. He's based off Miles' chubby friend, who for the life of me, I can't remember the name of.
Okay, so that does have some relevance to the comics.
Yeah.
I've never read the Ultimate Spider-Man, so okay, so they've combined elements then.
Because Donald, is it Donald Glover?
Yeah.
Okay. His character is actually Miles Morales' uncle, who actually goes around and...
Well, they said his name, Aaron something or something Aaron?
Yeah.
What was his name?
Aaron... I know it was Aaron T. Something. I know it was...
Well, yeah, I mean, I just said it was Aaron, but
No,
I can't remember the other name.
his last name started with a T. But in the comics, he ran around buying weapons or breaking in and stealing stuff.
I know that, but I just, okay, so...
So, that's him.
Well, I guess that's just an Easter egg type thing.
Yeah.
It's not going to amount to anything story-wise, but... So, plot.
Yeah, what's the plot of this movie?
Well, you were right. There was a little bit at the beginning of Civil War, like a flashback thingy of him making films or whatever. And then Tony takes him home and gives him the suit and tells him he can keep the suit and drops him off and then walks away. And so he just hangs out for like 2 months, waiting to hear, but Tony doesn't call him. So he goes off and does all of his little Spider-Man stuff. Now he does a few things, and you're gonna have to help me remember what the things are. They kind of escalate and progressively get him into more shit. He like runs around and helps people get cats out of trees and shit like that, but what was like the first big thing he did?
The bank robbery.
Was that like the first big thing?
Yeah.
But before that, we find out about I guess the very beginning of the movie, right after you see him drop Peter off, you find out about Michael Keaton's character.
You find out about Michael Keaton's character way before he did all the films.
Really? Is that the very beginning of the movie?
Yeah, because that part takes
Well,
place.
then you do it. I can't remember the order of the very beginning. But you see that Michael Keaton is this guy who goes in and has a contract with the city to clean shit up and salvage stuff after, these superhero fights and shit. And so then Tony Stark, I guess, made a company to take care of that shit, and they're like government backed, so they walk in and tell Keaton that he's out of business, and I guess Keaton's been taking this alien technology and stuff and salvaging it, making a ton of money and stuff, so he gets pissed off, and turns out him and his guys still had some of the stuff laying around that they were supposed to turn over, but they didn't. So then they start making weapons out of it. That's all you get at the beginning, right?
Right.
Okay. So that's basically what his deal is. Him and his guys procure this alien technology kind of stuff, pieces from the big battles from the Avenger movies and stuff. I think they even had a little bit of Ultron stuff, didn't they?
Yeah, they had his head and...
So, with that, then they use that to make weapons that they then sell and make all kinds of money. And Michael Keaton keeps talking about his family and how, he's doing this for his family and, blah, blah, blah. Because he feels like they took his livelihood away when they kicked him out and took over all the salvage stuff. So now that's how he makes money, is he makes advanced weapons or whatever. He's got a crew of guys working for him. So then you see Peter, and he's doing his Spider-Man deal and, going about his life, high schooler, all this good stuff. Just going down 2 lanes, we're gonna have to get off. So then, yeah, he's wanting more action, he's wanting to do bigger things, but Tony basically ignores him, and he's kind of made Happy Hogan the contact that he has. So Peter's always calling Happy, telling him what's going on, and asking him if there's a mission, and blah, blah, and they both keep ignoring him. So at some point, he sees, I don't remember, what was he doing when the bank robbery thing came up? Did he just happen to be there, or what?
Yeah, he was about to grab his backpack, and then he swung past the sandwich place he always went to. Stopped on top of a building.
So anyway, that bank robbery thing from the trailer is kind of the first big thing where these guys have some of those weapons, and they're using it to cut open the bank machines and steal the money, and he goes to stop them, and it's a big mess, and they end up destroying the place across the street that he goes into, and he has to go over and save that guy from the building, and in the process the bad guys get away. I thought that was going to be the thing where Tony took his stuff away, but that wasn't it. And if something else happens after that? After the bank robbery? What happens after that?
The Washington heist.
Was it before the ferry or after the ferry?
Before.
Is it really? It's before the ferry?
Yeah, because the ferry is where he gets his suit taken away.
Okay. So he was on, like, it's not the debate team, it's like more like the academic quiz bowl team, and originally they were supposed to go to some big competition, and he had said that he couldn't go because he's got to stay around in case Mr. Stark needs him, because he's telling everybody he's got the Stark internship, but really he's just being Spider-Man. So somehow he tracks the bad guys out there, doesn't he?
They come in looking for him because they dropped a piece of their tech and he took it.
And he put a tracker on one of them?
Yeah.
See, man, this is stuff that I'm leaving out that doesn't make any sense. Where did he get that piece, though? Oh, that was after the party. Okay.
Yeah.
So, okay, yeah, so we gotta back up. So, the girl he likes, is gonna have a party. Well, his buddy, Ned, finds out that he's Spider-Man. Okay, so then he blurts out at school that Peter knows Spider-Man because the girl Peter likes has a big crush on Spider-Man. So Ned's like, oh, he knows Spider-Man. And so, yada yada, it turns out she's having a party, and so everybody's like, oh yeah, why don't you come out to the party? Yeah, tell your friend Spider-Man to come to the party. So Ned convinces him to wear a Spider-Man suit, and then like pop out of the party, pop in his Spider-Man, say hi, and then pop back out. Superman kind of deal. So he goes to the party, he's got a Spider-Man suit and all that shit. And he changes into it. He's like, this is stupid, what the hell am I doing? But he's on the roof or something, and he's changed in, and he's ready to go in, and off in the distance, he sees some kind of cloud of blue smoke explosion looking thing. So naturally, he takes off over there, but he's in the suburbs, so there's no buildings to swing from, so he's got to run the whole way. That was pretty funny. He was running across the golf course and shit. And
I think he did the golf course thing because earlier in the movie, Ned asked, how far can you shoot your web?
Yeah. Anyway, so he had to run all the way there. So Spider-Man doesn't work very well in the suburbs. So when he gets there, it's two of those guys that work for Michael Keaton, and they're trying to sell some guns to Donald Glover, who's Miles Morales' uncle, which doesn't really even matter. But anyway, so Spider-Man pops in, and he's like, hey, stop, blah, 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 tries to stop him, and there's a little fight and shit like that. And he ends up keeping them from killing Donald Glover, and okay, whatever. But those guys take off, and he like webs them, and they're dragging him along, and there's kind of this little, not really a chase, but they tear ass through this suburb, and Peter's banging into cars and trash cans and making a big ass mess. But somehow, how does he end up? They get away, and one of the pieces of equipment, one of the weapons or something, fell out of the truck, and on the way back, he finds that. Okay, he finds that.
Yeah.
And it's got that little alien power source type thing. So then at school, he's trying to dismantle it, and he hits it with a hammer, and a little piece falls out. So I guess it's left there or whatever, and then they move along, whatever, and you see them walking around in school, and he recognizes these two dudes he sees at school, and it turns out it's those two guys. They've got some kind of meter or whatever that will pick up the energy signature because they're looking for that weapon, because Keaton's like, you go find that weapon that you lost. So I guess they tracked the energy signal to where Peter had it at school, and they went in looking, but they couldn't find it. But Peter was in there, in the room, and managed to get a tracker on one of them. So with the suit Tony gave him and his buddy hack into the suit and disable all the safeties that Tony put on so that he can use all the technology in the suit. And it allows him to use one of those little trackers. So they sit there and they watch the tracker move on the little hologram thing. And finally it ends up somewhere in Maryland, like, I guess. And he figures out that that's, how the hell am I going to get out there? And it's really close to where that academic thing that he was supposed to be on the team for was. So he finally shows up when they're about to get on the bus, and he's like, hey, I can go. So he goes with them to Washington. And Washington was before the ferry, right? Okay. I haven't skipped anything. So they go to Washington, and the night before the competition, the kids in the team sneak off to go swimming, and she's like, hey, come with us, we're gonna go swimming, blah blah blah. But he's sneaking out to go find the bad guys. So he takes off to go find the bad guys, and turns out they were all there on like a stakeout because they're gonna try to steal some more of the alien tech type stuff from that damage control company, right? They had like 3 big semis. So Michael Keaton's got this weird technology where he can space these things out on a door, wall, whatever, and it makes like this portal where you can phase through it. So he puts that on top, he flies in on top of one of the trucks, puts one of those things on so it makes like a big doorway, and he jumps down in there and he's looking for stuff. And so Spider-Man shows up, they fight, blah, 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 blah. Spider-Man gets knocked into the truck and the thing gets disabled, so he's trapped in the truck. And he hits his head or something when he falls in there, so he's knocked out. So then he wakes up in the truck and he's like, oh fuck, where the hell am I? And before that's when the suit starts talking to him. Right? This guy's in a hurry. Jesus. I have a pregnant woman in that car. So yeah, the suit, it's kind of like an Iron Man type deal where the suit has an artificial intelligence in it. It talks to him. He names it Karen, whatever. So he's in this trailer, and it turns out the trailer is in this warehouse that's owned by the government and shit. He's like trapped in there, so he's like, shit, how the hell am I gonna get out? So he sits in there and wastes some time and talks to the suit and blah blah blah. And then what happens to make him realize he needs to get the fuck out of there? Because he's got no cell signal in there. He can't call his buddy.
He finds out something else about the alien tech, but I can't remember what he found out.
Oh, that's right. He finds out that the little power source thing is a bomb. And he knows that his buddy Ned has a piece of it. So, it's the next morning already, and the team is all getting ready to go to the competition and shit, and Peter's not there. So they go to the competition, Ned's got the thing in his pocket. So Peter's freaking out because he knows he's got that thing, and he knows now that it's a bomb, or it's volatile explosive. It could detonate with some radiation or some shit like that. So with the help of his suit, he hacks the door control system to the warehouse, and he gets out. And so he's got to make it back to Washington, but it's, I don't know, he's in Maryland, so he's got a ways to go. So the suit's doing all this cool tracking and shit, and it tells him what cars to jump on and stuff like that to get there fast. So his friends win the competition and all that shit, and then they go to like sightseeing. So they end up at the Washington Monument. They take the elevator all the way up, and that's right about when he shows up. Well, and this is just like convenient storytelling. That's probably the only problem I have with the movie. They're in the elevator, and for no reason, I didn't see anything that triggered it. Maybe I just wasn't paying attention, but that little thing in Ned's pocket decides to detonate or react somehow.
Ned put it in his backpack and it went through the x-ray.
Yeah, but it didn't do anything until they went on the elevator. So did the x-ray make it start to do something?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
That was your radiation.
So I guess that's what it was. Okay, yeah. So when his backpack goes through the scanner, I guess that makes it start a reaction or something. But it doesn't do anything until they're in the elevator, and it sends out a pulse or some shit, and it fries the elevator. So they're all kind of trapped in the elevator, but it's all malfunctioning and shit, and it's gonna drop, and it's all, oh no, it's gonna, you know. So that's right about the time Peter shows up in the Spider-Man outfit, and the suit's telling him what's going on. So he knows he's got, his friends are trapped in the elevator, and he's got to get in there. So you see a lot of that in the trailer too, with him jumping off the monument and across the helicopter and shit. But anyway, he ends up getting in there, and he saves the girl that he likes. There's the girl that I like. Anyway, so yeah, he saves her and all this good stuff. And there's some fallout at school from that. He gets detention because he was, because he ditched out on the competition and all this stuff. And after that, he sees Tony. Where does he see Tony at? Because Tony's like, hey, great job in DC or some shit like that.
He was on the ferry.
No.
Yeah.
He gets in trouble for the ferry. What ferry?
He was on the ferry when Tony called and said, good job in DC.
Oh, okay, that's right. They're not together. Okay, yeah. So we'll get to that later. So how does the ferry thing come about? He just ditches school? Or he walks out of detention, I guess.
Yeah.
And decides...
He gets tracked down.
And he goes home, and then he does... Oh, the suit can pull up footage. So the suit pulls up footage, surveillance footage. He's trying to figure out who those guys were that were at the weapons buy. But how does he find out about the ferry? Oh! So he finds out who Donald Glover is from the footage that the suit recorded when he went to fight those guys who were trying to sell the weapons to Donald Glover. And in the process, the suit runs the records, and he finds out who Donald Glover is and where he's at. So he goes to find him. Donald Glover tells him about a weapons buy that's supposed to take place on the ferry. So he goes out to the ferry to catch these guys. So he gets to the ferry and he sees one of the guys from the buy, and then he sees Michael Keaton there, but he doesn't know who he is. So he's got his little drones, tracking Michael Keaton, and he follows the other guy. And it turns out there's some guys on the boat that want to buy the weapons, and there's a truck they're supposed to. So anyway, Spider-Man's like, okay, cool, I'm gonna bust all these guys. I got the buyer, I got the supplier, I got the weapons here, everything. This is gonna be great. So he starts to fight them, and everything starts to go to crap. And Keaton finds out Spider-Man's there, so he takes off to go put his suit on. And then all these FBI dudes jump out of nowhere. So basically, Spider-Man's kind of screwed this thing up. And then Keaton shows up in his Vulture suit with this fucking ray gun, and he's fighting Spider-Man, and Spider-Man takes the ray gun thing away from him, but it gets damaged and starts to go haywire, and that's what cuts the ship in half. I thought Michael Keaton did it, but he's not like complete megalomaniac, sociopath, crazy guy who's just, fuck it, I'm gonna kill everybody. The gun actually malfunctions. That's what cuts the ship in half. So Keaton and his boy get away, and Spidey's left there trying to keep the ship together, keep it from falling apart, trying to save everybody. So that's when Iron Man shows up with this big thing of rockets that push the ship together, and then he lasers it all back, welds it all back together and stuff, and saves the day. And then Spider-Man follows him away from it, and the suit's like, Iron Man's like, what, you really fucked up, or something like that. Oh, damn it all, I skipped the part where he called him. See, man, fuck. When Peter was on the ferry, Tony tried to call him to congratulate him on doing a good job on the DC thing, but right as the ship was going down, and so I guess over the phone conversation, where Peter's trying to let him go, and I'll call you back, and he hears things, and he's like, what the hell's going on, blah, blah, blah. So anyway, that was his clue that something, so that's why he showed up. But, is this the part where
This is the part where he gets the suit taken away.
Right, but I didn't make a point of saying that the first time when Iron Man showed up, what was the first? Oh, see, man, Iron Man saved him the first time he fought the Vulture. Damn it all, I didn't even say anything about that. Fuck, man, I'm screwing this all up.
Just like I screwed up.
I'm trying not to leave anything out, but I have to keep going back. So anyway, okay, so Iron Man shows up, and he's like, what the hell are you doing? You're gonna get somebody killed, blah, 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 blah. I need the suit back because you're obviously fucking everything up. So he takes the suit away. And after that, he kind of just goes back to being a kid, man. He's just doing school stuff. He's hanging out with his friend, yada, yada. He sees the girl. What was the girl's name?
Liz.
So he sees Liz at school, and he's like, hey, I'm really sorry about, the competition and this, that, and the other and stuff. And she was like, well, I don't really care about the competition, it was super important, but then I almost died, and all this stuff. And so he tells her he likes her, and she's like, oh, I know, blah, blah. So he asks her to the homecoming dance. So she's like, okay, yeah. So, and he's like, well, sweet. So now he's got to get ready for this homecoming dance, right? So he gets to take the girl he likes and all that shit, and it's all great. So, now what's been going on in the background? What's up with Keaton? Because Keaton wasn't able to steal anything or some shit like that. I don't remember. But Keaton had told everybody he's going to kill Spider-Man. So, because he keeps pissing him off. So anyway, yeah, once Tony takes the suit away from him, he just kind of goes back to the normal life. So, just hanging out, doing his kid stuff, asks the girl to dance, so he goes home to Aunt May, and he's like, you gotta help me. So they pick out an outfit for him and all that, and she kind of teaches him how to dance and all this stuff. So then the night of the dance comes, and Aunt May takes him there and drops him off at the girl's house. Because I thought she was going to drive him, but I guess the plan was all along for Liz's parents to drive him, because Aunt May just kind of left or whatever. So anyway, Peter goes up to the house, which you've seen before at the party, so you know it's her house. There's no explanation needed or anything. So he rings the doorbell, the door's open, and it's Michael Keaton. And I thought for sure that the Vulture had figured out who he was and was like, okay, now I'm gonna kidnap the people who mean the most to you. But it turns out he's actually Liz's dad. And I did not see that coming.
I thought that was a good twist.
Yeah, I did not even see it coming. I mean, when he opened the door and he was there, I was like, oh, okay, he's got Liz and her parents tied up, and this is where he tells Peter, oh, I'm on you, Spider-Man, and blah, blah, blah. But no, man, he's really her dad. And I was like, fuck, that's crazy. So anyway, so Peter's freaking out. He's like, oh, shit. And, he's got to go in, he's got to meet the mom, and it's all this stuff. And Keaton's sitting there, like, cutting up food or something with knives and shit. And Peter's just like, And Keaton's like, what the hell, man? What's going on? The daughter comes out, all that good stuff. And he's like, hey, I'm going to chaperone you guys, blah, blah. And Pete's like, oh, no, that's not necessary. No, come on, So they go, and when they leave the house, Keaton's still just oblivious. He's just, he's just dad, And they get in the car and they're driving there, and then some of the stuff that Peter and Liz say to each other, Keaton's gears start turning, and like she says stuff like, what was the first thing she said?
I think he asked,
like how he wasn't at the party, like he disappeared. She says, yeah, he disappeared from we were only there for like a minute. He said something about, that you have a lovely house or something like that, and she was like, I saw it at the party. She was like, yeah, but you're only there for like a second. He's like, no, I wasn't. Yeah, you were. You're there for a second, and you disappeared the whole rest of the night. And Keaton's like, what? Huh? And she goes, yeah, just like in DC when you didn't show up for the thing. And then, and Keaton's gears start turning, and he's like, he figures out in the car that Peter is Spider-Man. So they get to the dance, and he tells Liz, he says, why don't you go in? I'm going to have the dad talk with Peter. So Liz goes in, and it's him and Pete in the car, and Keaton turns around, he's got a gun in his hand, he's like, look, don't fuck with me, blah, blah, I'll kill everyone you ever give a shit about, and, all this stuff. He's like, I do this for my family, don't get in my way, blah, blah. Now go in there and show my daughter a good time, but not too good.
That's a good line.
So he takes off, because he had said something about he has to go out of town. So he's dropping them off on the way to the airport or whatever. So he drops Peter off. Peter walks in there. He sees Liz. He walks over to her and he tells her he's got to go. She's like, what? What the fuck? He's like, no, I'm really sorry. You don't deserve this, blah, blah. I got to go. So he takes off and he gets his old Spider-Man costume, which he had stashed at the school. You see that earlier, but anyway. So right when he comes out of the school, one of Keaton's dudes is waiting for him because he was like, I gave you a choice, the shocker dude. Peter's buddy comes out because the dude's beating him up, and he loses his web shooter, and you think, oh shit, what the hell, how's he gonna get out of this? Well, his buddy Ned comes out, picks up the web shooter, and webs the guy and saves Peter. So they beat that guy up, or I don't remember what happens to him. I know
they just web
Ned
into a bus.
webs into a bus or whatever, and he's stuck there. Okay, whatever. But so then Ned goes in and gets on the computers to help Peter, and Peter takes off after Keaton, because it turns out that Keaton's going to try to steal a bunch of Tony Stark shit, because Tony sold the Avengers Tower, and
moving it uptown.
I'm going to go another exit so I've got more time to talk. And so they're loading all this super technology stuff, Avengers stuff, on this plane. So Keaton's going to try to hit this plane and steal all this stuff. Like a big score kind of deal. So Spider-Man figures that out, steals Flash's car, takes off after Keaton, and gets there. He webs onto him right as he takes off, and then Keaton lands on the plane and uses his little portal technology to get in, and that's how Peter gets in too. No, Peter will never get in the plane.
Nope.
So Keaton goes in there and redirects the plane to go wherever it is he wants. But then him and Peter end up fighting. Blah blah. The plane starts to get trashed and destroyed, and Peter has to save it from crashing a couple times, but eventually it does crash, like on a beach or some shit. And then they have a fight, and Vulture's still trying to get away with a box of arc reactors or whatever, and the power cell, the alien technology power cell thing that was the bomb earlier, that's what powers Keaton's wingsuit, and it's damaged, and Peter's like, no, don't do it, your wings are gonna blow, or some shit like that. And so he webs him, and he's trying to pull him back, and he's like, I'm trying to save you, stupid, or some shit like that. And the thing does blow up and crash, but Peter goes in and he saves Michael Keaton, and
which is a first.
Yeah, they did not kill a Spider-Man villain. So So then I guess Peter assembled cleaned up the crash site real quick, like, and assembled all the stuff together and kind of webbed it up. And when the good guys, you know, the cops and Happy and everybody show up, Keaton's like webbed to the stuff, and there's a note on him that says, "Hey, I found the Vulture guy.
Sorry about your plane."
Sorry about your plane. So yeah, that's the main story all wrapped up. So then it's, you know, it's epilogue time. You see Peter at school, and Liz is, you know, all crying and shit because of course her dad's been arrested. So apparently her and her mom are moving out of state because, you know, for the trial, that Keaton doesn't want his family around for the trial, so I guess they're going to Oregon or some shit. So she leaves, and Peter's at a meeting of the little trivia club, whatever, and he gets a text on his phone from an unknown number that says, "Go to the bathroom." So he goes to the bathroom, and Happy's there, and he's like, "Hey man, I really appreciate your help, blah blah," and you know, Mr. Stark wants to see you. So they get in a car and they drive up to the new Avengers facility, and Tony's like, you know, "Hey man, you know, you know, I took the suit away, and it was just the thing you needed to make you, you know, come into your own and trust yourself and blah blah blah." And so, you know, he's like, "So, you know, you want to be an Avenger, and you got it." And he shows him this great new fucking Iron Spider suit, and you know, he tells him there's a big press conference in there, and you put the suit on, and we'll go in, and I'm going to introduce you as the newest member of the Avengers, and we're going to set you up in a room right next to Vision, and it's going to be great. And, you know, and Peter's kind of like, "No, I don't want to do this right now. You know, I think I just want to be on my own friendly neighborhood Spider-Man for a while." And Tony's like, "Are you sure? You know, this is your last chance. Take it or leave it." And he's like, no, I'm good." So he's like, "Okay." And so Peter's like starting to walk away, and he's like, "This was a test, right? You know, yeah, you passed it, you know. Go wait in the car." And then Gwyneth Paltrow comes out of the room behind where they had the suit thing.
"Where's the kid?"
There's all these reporters and shit, so it turns out they really was gonna do it. But, and, you know, that's kind of a cutie little scene, whatever, blah, blah. But, so he takes Peter home, and, Peter goes into his room, and when he gets in there, there's a bag sitting on his, like a brown paper bag on his bed, and it's written on it in Sharpie, and it says, "This belongs to you."
TS.
TS, so Tony Stark, right? So he opens it up, and he gave him the suit back. So he puts the suit on, and he's standing in his room, and he's like, "Oh yeah, this is awesome." And he takes the mask off, and he's looking off into the distance, and behind you see Aunt May standing in the door, and it cuts to credits right as she goes, "What the fuck?" And that's the end of the movie.
So, we won't tell the end credit scenes, but
well, you know, the end credit scene is you see Michael Keaton in prison, and some guy who's supposed to be a Scorpion comes up and says, "Hey, there's a little birdie says that you know who Spider-Man is." And he's like, "If I knew who Spider-Man was, he'd be dead." And that's basically it. And then there's a little Captain America scene at the end, but that's just for laughs. It doesn't mean anything. So Keaton goes to prison, and he knows who Spider-Man is, but I guess maybe because of a connection to his daughter or something, he doesn't want to say. Or maybe he just wants to keep that in his pocket as like a get-out-of-jail-free card later on or something. But, yeah, for some reason, Keaton's in prison, and people think he knows who Spider-Man is, but he's not saying for whatever reason. But anyway, that's how it ends, man. I thought it was really good. There was no dead spots. The pacing was good. The storytelling was good. Dialogue was good.
I really like how Tom Holland actually portrayed a 15-year-old when he's like almost 21.
That kid does not need to ride his bike down the middle of the street. Oh, damn, there's another one.
But yeah, that was Spider-Man Homecoming. So,
yeah, it was good. It was really good. I was impressed with it because I did not think it was going to be that good. I mean, I thought, yeah, Marvel's going to have a touch on it, and it's going to be, you know, it's going to be better than the other Spider-Man movies, but it was really good, man. I would definitely put that up there with my list of best superhero movies because it's just that damn good. It really is.
Okay, before we pull into the driveway and run out of time on this card.
Well, it doesn't matter. We got
Okay.
plenty of time on the card.
Out of 10, how do you think it was?
Man, out of 10.
Out of 10.
9.
I was gonna give it a 10, actually.
I'm gonna say 9. Cause yeah, man, I can't really find a whole lot of fault with it.
Yeah, that movie rocked, man.
It's really good.
Okay, guys. Thank you all for watching more movie talks. Do we have another movie coming out?
Well, Valerian's coming out in like 2 weeks, I think.
So, Valerian and the City of a Thousand Planets will be our next movie,
Hang on.
I believe. Unless War for the Planet of the Apes comes out before then.
It might, man, but like I said, I have no interest in seeing that. I don't know. Why is it having trouble loading? I don't know. Yeah, well, it's like I said.
Valerian comes out.
Valerian comes out in 13 days. Planet of the Apes comes out in 4 days. What else is there? Dunkirk. Ooh.
So, Valerian.
So Valerian will be the next one we probably do, but yeah, I just don't have any interest in seeing that ape movie, man. I really don't.
Alright, guys, thanks for watching. If you like, leave a like down below. And please subscribe.
It's gonna get dark in here.
Bye.
Hey!